party was pumping. And everybody having a ball. Until the girls started calling. And the girls would go to the car. Everyone shout out, who let the dogs out? 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 I see young people that are awful, really fun and getting out. Give that coffee, that's coffee. But you play and best in mongrel. I tell myself I'm man, no getting greedy. Two way the girls calling them K9. They tell me, hey man, start up the party. Put the woman in front and the man behind. Woman shout out, who let the dogs out? 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 Doggy is nothing if we don't have it. Oh, doggy, hold your phone. Oh, doggy, hold it. Doggy is nothing if we don't have it. Oh, doggy, hold your phone. Oh, doggy, hold it. Who let the dogs out? 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 I see young people that are awful, really fun and getting out. Give that coffee, that's coffee. But you play and best in mongrel. With the fire at the hall, the party is on. I gotta get a smoke when I am gone. Take it to the first time for my eye. I'll bet you the business that you might be thinking about. Me and my wife talk short, getting gas, you got any kind of a thing. I think that's why they call me Betty Gordon. Because the land of the land, when you see the two. Who let the dogs out? 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 All right, we've got about 2 more minutes until we get started. All right. So let's have a little bit more love in the chat, and we will get started shortly. And everybody having a ball. Until the girls started calling. And the girls would go to the car. Everyone shout out, who let the dogs out? 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 I see young people that are awful, really fun and getting out. Give that coffee, that's coffee. You play and best in mongrel. I tell myself I'm man, no getting greedy. Two way the girls calling them K9. They tell me, hey man, start up the party. Put the woman in front and the man behind. Woman shout out, who let the dogs out? 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 Doggy is nothing if we don't have it. Oh, doggy, hold your phone. Oh, doggy, hold it. Doggy is nothing if we don't have it. Oh, doggy, hold
All right. I just want to first start off by saying welcome to everybody on our YouTube live award ceremony for the Hersey annual JV Best in Show speech tournament. If you've been at this tournament before, you know that Who Let the Dogs Out is always the song that we play right before the award ceremony started. So we cannot break tradition. So I hope you enjoyed the music. But I'm Amanda Ames, your master of ceremonies today, and I am so grateful to have this opportunity to connect with you guys via YouTube Live to celebrate all the amazing successes that so many of you had today. So before we begin, there's a couple of people that I really need to thank. First of all, I need to thank Katie up front. You have been a speech goddess this week, and without her, this tournament would not have happened. So thank you so much. Big shout out to my coaching staff, Mo and Bob. You guys are the best. So grateful for you. So thank you. Thank you to all the coaches who have been, so amazing in reaching out. This tournament wasn't supposed to happen, and 2 weeks ago we made it happen. So thank you to all of you, and also making sure all your videos worked. This tournament was pretty flawless. So thanks for that. Judges, thanks for supporting this activity and for, providing our students a sense of normalcy during this crazy time. But my biggest thank you goes out to the competitors who were competing this week. It is so incredible to see you all rise up to the challenge of virtual speech and to see so many entries and so many people continuing to be able to share their message, is truly empowering and truly a wonderful thing. And so, thank you for continuing to share your message with the world. And so we are so excited to celebrate you today. Normally in a normal speech world, we do a one clap, but, let's flood the live chat with cheers, applause, really celebrating everybody's successes today, because the coolest thing about speech is we are so supportive of one another. It doesn't matter what school you're at, right? We're all part of the big speech family. And so let's just enjoy celebrating each other today. Let's just make sure that those comments remain positive and encouraging of everybody. So without further ado, we are going to go in event alphabetical order, just to give you a heads up. And I am going to right now say, I am so sorry. My deepest apologies if I mispronounce your name. As somebody whose name is always mispronounced, I fully understand. And so I am going to do my best that I can because you deserve that. And so without further ado, let's jump into awards. All right. So we will begin with dramatic duet acting. There was a two-way tie for fourth place. From Glenbrook North, Yulso Cho and Alexandra McGarry. And from Grant Community High School, Samantha Lipowski and Stephanie Harrow. In third place, from York, Carol Lazar and Emerson Graham. In second place, from York, Kayla Lorenz and Nora Golan. And in first place, from York, your DDA champion, Michaela Ray and Ben Plaisted. In the event of dramatic interpretation, there was a three-way tie for sixth place. From York, Emma Morley. From Friend, Alexis Tortsitz. And from Prospect, Emily Caravello. In fifth place, from Prospect, Nora Hubert. In fourth place, from Conant, Gwari Menon. There was a two-way tie for third place. From Buffalo Grove, Abby Wright. And from York, Nora Golan. In second place, from Cary Grove, Logan West. And there was a two-way tie for first place. And so your dramatic interpretation champions are from York, Caitlin McGuire, and from Cary Grove, Christine Perkins. In the event of extemporaneous speaking, in 6th place, from York, Jack Davies. In 5th place, from Rolling Meadows, Isabella Knupka. In 4th place, from York, David Izzo. In 3rd place, from Oak Park River Forest, Najat Hadi St. John. In 2nd place, from Hersey, Avery Meyer. And there was a 3-way tie for 1st place. Your champions today in extemporaneous speaking were from York, Phoebe Stergos, from Prospect, Julia Selmazuk, and from Cary Grove, Tazee Makal. In the event of humorous duet acting, in 6th place, from Oak Park River Forest, Sophie Edgen-Dvorsky and Sophia Wadzala. In 5th place, from Grant Community High School, Frank Nazowski and Samantha Cruz. There was a 2-way tie for 4th place. From Oak Park River Forest, Colin Parker and William Wheeler, and Hoffman Estates High School, Natalia Shields and Nico Asuka. In 3rd place, from Glenbrook North, Andrew Burke and Hannah DeVinca. There was a 2-way tie for 2nd place. From York, Sarah Huber and Giovanni Santoro. And from York, Oliver Roy and Jackie Camino. And in 1st place, your humorous duet acting champion, the pair from Oak Park River Forest, Bella Lubacek and Simone Arvitz. In the event of humorous interpretation, in 6th place, from Glenbrook North, Andrew Burke. There was a 7-way tie for 5th place. From York, Luke Hanley. From Rolling Meadows, Nikki Lasasso. From Hoffman Estates High School, Natalia Shields. From Grant Community High School, Emily Rodriguez. From Cary Grove, Quinn Casow. From Wheaton North, Gianna Carroll. From Oak Park River Forest, Simone Arvitz. There was a 3-way tie for 4th place. From Prospect, Greta Sporchich. From Grant Community High School, Addie Fugelseth. From York, Dawson Detman. There was a 2-way tie for 3rd place. From Schaumburg, Madeline Hutchinson. And from Hersey, Nikki Moseka. There was a 3-way tie for 2nd place. From York, Delia Marinetti, and from Glenbrook North, Orly Zuckerman. And from Glenbrook North, and from Cary Grove, Logan West. And in 1st place, from Wheaton North, Holden Peterson. In the event of impromptu speaking, there was a 3-way tie for 6th place. From Glenbrook North, Joy King. From Oak Park River Forest, Ezekiel Wells. And from Hersey, Steph Bennett. There was a 3-way tie for 5th place. From York, Jack Davies. From Wheaton North, David Mann. And from Friend, Margaret Krupp. In 4th place, from Hoffman Estates High School, Arithya Raman. There was a 4-way tie for 3rd place. From York, Paige Grieve. From Palatine High School, Ishka Marsha. And from Hersey, Ryan Engel. And from Prospect, Julia Silnuska. In 2nd place, from York, Marguerite DeMarco. And in 1st place, from Cary Grove, Chris Smith. In the event of informative speaking, in sixth place, from Prospect, Marie Call. There was a three-way tie for fifth place. From Oak Park River Forest, Colin Parker. From Hersey, Sandra Park. And from friend, Lucia Lynn. In fourth place, from Oak Park River Forest, Simone Arvitz. In third place, from York, Fernando Valdez. There was a two-way tie for second place. From Grant Community High School, Erin Schminetti, and from York, Alyssa Caruso. And your informative champion for today is from York, Paige Grieve. In the event of oratorical declamation, there was a five-way tie for sixth place. From Hoffman Estates High School, Mekik Gandhi. From Hoffman Estates High School, Arusha Rao. From Hersey, Lauren Luby. From Oak Park River Forest, Sophia Wardalza. And from Jasmine Patel. There was a three-way tie for fifth place. From York, Salma Brabi. From Prospect, Dakota Becko. From Hersey, Ryan Engel. There was a two-way tie for fourth place. From Oak Park River Forest, Ezekiel Wells. And from Grant Community High School, Addie Fugelseth. There was a three-way tie for third place. From Schaumburg High School, Lucy Sanchez. From York, Michaela Ray. And from Wheaton North, Holden Peterson. In second place, from Oak Park River Forest, Clara Oadi. And your champions, in the event of oratorical declamation, there was a two-way tie. So from York, Caitlin McGuire, and also from York, Marguerite DeMarco. In the event of original comedy, in sixth place, from Warren Township, Mateo Castro. In fifth place, from York, Declan Fahey. There was a three-way tie for fourth place. From Prospect, Addie Albers. From Prospect, Kanya Rajan. And from Cary Grove, Lily Elliott. There was a three-way tie for third place. From Wheaton North, Emily Peterson. From Hoffman Estates High School, Natalia Shields. And from Wheaton North, Cole Morgan. In second place, from friend Jihar Herrera. And your tournament champions in original comedy, there was a two-way tie. So from York, Amelia Corrig, and from York, Giovanni Satoro. In the event of original oratory, there was a two-way tie for sixth place. From Schaumburg, Nareen Kim, and from friend Jasmine Patel. There was a four-way tie for fifth place. From Glenbrook North, Adriana Volshuk. From Wheaton North, Hannah Julian. And from Oak Park River Forest, Najeen Hadid St. John. And from friend Sharanha Sankran. In fourth place, from Warren Township, Audrey Deck. There was a four-way tie for third place. From South Elgin, Vinishu Servisan. From Hersey, Avery Meyer. From Schaumburg, Aruha Uday. And from Glenbrook North, Joy Kang. There was a two-way tie for second place. From York, Phoebe Sergios. And from Cary Grove, Christine Perkins. Your original oratory champions, there was a three-way tie. So, from York, Anne McCormick. From York, Salma Broby. And from York, Cece Lampa. In the event of poetry reading, there was a four-way tie for sixth place. From Cary Grove, Alexa Snyder. From Cary Grove, Delaney Blom. From York, Emma Morey. And from Glenbrook North, Adriana Volchuk. In fifth place, from York, Rihanna Roberts. There was a three-way tie for fourth place. From Friend, Isabella Kopek. From Prospect, Julia Solsuk. In York, Kayla Lorenz. There was a two-way tie for third place. From South Elgin, Rowan White. From Wheaton North, Madeline Freeman. There was a two-way tie for second place. From Grant Community High School, Teresa Floor. And from Oak Park River Forest, Bella Lubchak. And your champions in poetry reading, there was a two-way tie. Your first place champions are from York, Cece Lampa, and from York, Ben Plaisted. In the event of prose reading, there was a five-way tie for sixth place. From Hoffman Estates, Sia Patel. From Rolling Meadows, Addison Winechka. From Cary Grove, Anna Hawkinson. From Cary Grove, Delaney Bloom. From Hersey, Bridget McCarthy. There was a four-way tie for fifth place. From York, Juliana Suarez. From Glenbrook North, Hannah Delinka. From York, Emma Craig. And from York, Samantha Millard. There was a two-way tie for fourth place. From Glenbrook North, Rena Matusanya. And from Hersey, Monica Jurinska. There was a two-way tie for third place. From Hersey, Anjali Matthew. And from Grant Community High School, Anthony Yerushalami. There was a two-way tie for second place. From York, Jackie Semino. And from Oak Park River Forest, Olivia Lee. And your champions in prose reading, there was a two-way tie. From Schaumburg High School, Isis Komal. And from Prospect, Emily Caravello. In the event of radio speaking, there was a five-way tie for sixth place. From Prospect, Alexander Bolosky. From Glenbrook North, Alexandra McGarry. From Conant, Verja Shina. And from York, Sophia Chan. And from Rolling Meadows, Henny Soni. There was a three-way tie for fifth place. From York, Miles Dow. From York, Grace Bernstein. And from Hersey, Julia Carnitas Estrada. There was a three-way tie for fourth place. From Hersey, Bridget McCarthy. From Oak Park River Forest, Sophie Egan Dvorsky. And from Glenbrook North, Ryan Kreider. There was a two-way tie for third place. From Wheaton North, Ray DeWitt. And from Warren Township, Rima Rajan. There was a two-way tie for second place. From Friend, Lawson Plasky de Castillo. And from Hersey, Samantha Bell. And for your champions in radio speaking, there was a two-way tie. From Cary Grove, Christine Perkins. And from Friend, Nevi Pishardi. And in the event of special occasion speaking, there was a two-way tie for sixth place. From Glenbrook North, Ella Rubenstein. And from Buffalo Grove, Priya Adaja. There was a two-way tie for fifth place. From York, Emerson Graham. And from Wheaton North, Malia Cleaner. There was a three-way tie for fourth place. From Cary Grove, Alexa Snyder. From Oak Park River Forest, William Wheeler. And from Hoffman Estates High School, Isha Shah. There was a two-way tie for third place. From Cary Grove, Tizia Machal. And from Prospect, Samantha Fahey. And in second place, from York, Andrea Elcrez. And there was a two-way tie for first place. So your champions in special occasion speaking are from friend Shruti Tankar and also from friend Trisha Krishnan. Which wraps up our individual awards. And so now on to team sweeps. In fifth place, with a total of 234 points, the team from Prospect. In fourth place, with 246 points, the team from Friend. In third place, with 251 points, the team from Oak Park River Forest. In second place, with 267 points, the team from Cary Grove. And your team sweeps champions today with 435 points, the team from York. All right, everyone, that wraps up our award ceremony for today. Once again, I cannot thank all of you for making this possible. Congratulations to all of you who competed today. You know, I hope that this is just encouragement to keep working hard, to keep improving your craft of writing, of speaking, of performing. You know, make sure to thank all of your coaches because they are working so hard to make these events happen for you. So thank you for attending, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Bye, everybody.